This man needs no introduction. No words will suffice enough to praise him. We are in conversation with the mega star, the mega celebrity, Amitabh Bachchan. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being on SpotboyE.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sir, first and foremost, let me congratulate you for SpotboyE Salaams.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Best actor, male, critics for Pink.
Right.
It was a wonderful film to watch. I have seen it twice.
Right.
And you were absolutely wonderful in it.
Thank you so much. May I first compliment you on this concept of an award ceremony to be conducted in the manner that you are conducting it, to not have an actual event, but to confer the award and to talk to the artists through the medium of television, through the medium of digital and internet. I think it's something unique. I think it's something that's first out of the block, at least for me, and I wish to compliment you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. So we'll start with Pink, which I repeat I have seen twice, and I was in conversation with Shujit Sirkar, and he started to tell me that when he came to you with a subject, you gave him the dates almost instantly, and in fact he came running back and said, let's wait for a while.
Yeah.
So what was that, sir, that
Well, I think the issue that Pink addressed was very, very valuable, very pertinent, and something that was that has plagued our world, our country, and many parts of the world as well. And I felt that sooner we did it, the better, because every other day we are reading some atrocious incidents that are happening to women all over the world. I was very keen on the subject, and therefore I felt it is something very pertinent and very immediate, and the sooner we went on to it, the better. And because the issue was so strong, that's how I felt that it's something that needs to go out to the public, not so much as a film, perhaps, but the content that was going to be introduced in the film was very essential for society, and the sooner it got out, the better.
So you went about it. Your character had a lot of intrigue, in the film. First half में आप बहुत observant हैं, quiet हैं, and then suddenly you come out to help the girls. So that was quite drastic, and how did you go about the two parts of it? And
ये जो किरदार है, इसी तरह इसको डिज़ाइन किया गया था
जी।
पता नहीं लोगों ने इसको गौर से देखा या नहीं, लेकिन ये कैरेक्टर बाइपोलर है। काफ़ी कुछ हमने इस स्थिति में, बाइपोलर स्थिति में भी उसकी हमने शूटिंग की थी, लेकिन जब फाइनल एडिटिंग में शुजीत ने देखा उसे, तो उसको लगा कि शायद हम जो मेन इशू है उससे हम लोग दूर हट रहे हैं, और क्यों जाएं हम लोग बाइपोलर में। जो विषय है वो है नारियों के ऊपर जो अत्याचार हो रहा है उसको लेकर के
जी, और
इसलिए उन्होंने उसको बहुत कम कर दिया। बट ही इज़ अ कैरेक्टर दैट इज़ सफरिंग फ्रॉम दिस बाइपोलर डिजीज़. He's a retired lawyer, and that came very briefly. I don't know if you were able to observe it. When the girls want to employ a lawyer, they go on the net, and on the net it's shown that he's either mentally disturbed or is a diseased lawyer, and he's left his work, and they're hesitant to go to him because they know that he's someone that is not at the prime of his legal profession. So the hesitancy that you notice in the beginning is because of his bipolar activity and the condition that he's in. But it also lent an element of surprise and intrigue as far as the screenplay was concerned. And then because he's observed these ladies that live across his apartment, he gets interested and decides to help them.
What was interesting also were especially the court scenes where you don't go overboard and you keep it mellowed down, the whole thing. Was that a conscious decision by the director? Or?
Yeah, Shujit wanted it to be like that. I think traditionally most court scenes in Indian cinema have been very, very vociferous and loud. And some years ago, I did a film called Shahanshah, and there was a courtroom scene in that film which was the climax. And I discussed with Tinu Anand, the director, that most courtroom scenes are very vociferous, very loud, very verbose, and there's a lot of lines that I have to say in the film. can I just talk normally? So he said, okay. So I did it, and there was silence on set. And when it was over, Tino said, I don't think it's working, so would you like to, do it the way I want you to do it? So we went overboard, really shouted. Most courtroom scenes are like, sir, अगर आप किसी भी courtroom scene को नज़दीकी से गौर से देखेंगे या सुनेंगे, तो आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा कि कौन क्या बोल रहा है, लेकिन अंत में ताली ज़रूर बज जाती है, क्योंकि बहुत ज़ोर से बोला और बहुत तीव्र तरीके से बोला वो। और जब ये हमने दूसरी तरीके से किया तो उस समय जो जूनियर आर्टिस्ट वगैरह बैठे थे उनकी ताली बज गई। उन्होंने कहा सर ये करेक्ट है। सो having been exposed to this kind of
trend or whatever
behavior in courts, Sujit felt that why can't we just keep it very normal, and therefore we kept it normal. Also the fact that because he's bipolar, he's forgetful, he's unsure of what he's doing. He's coming back to court as a lawyer after a certain period of time, where he may have gone beyond a certain state in his disease. So that's why there were really two distinct behaviors of him in court. One was the initial stages when he was unsure,
fumbling,
and not knowing what he was saying, and then suddenly when he gains his strength and confidence, he's become more strong, and that's how you saw the courtroom scenes. So yes, the courtroom scenes were deliberately designed by Sujit to be conducted in this manner. And even the settings were done most unlike most other courtrooms that you see in Indian cinema. They were very real, they were very realistic. The way the procedures were conducted, the furniture, the courtroom, the design, the filing, everything was very natural.
Were you comfortable saying all the lines which you said in court?
Yes. Every line that I have spoken in the film Pink, if I was to say this and express it in real life, I would do it exactly the same way.
So sir, having done Pink, and you see, I mean, as a senior actor, when you see in our society, how do you see our society today? Are girls still judged when they go out with guys just for a drink or maybe just for a...
Yeah, I just told you that. Everything that I've spoken in the film, I actually believe that in my own life. And I would stand by it. Everything that I spoke as a dialogue, I actually believe in that.
Yeah.
So that would answer your question.
So coming to the experience of the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the screening of Pink.
Yes.
How was it, sir?
Yeah, the President is open to seeing films and cinema, and this is not the first occasion. There have been several other occasions. I showed him Bhootnath Returns, I showed him Piku and Pink, but he sees many other films, and I think that it's always a wonderful experience when the constitutional head of the largest democracy of the world wants to sit with you and watch a film. It's always very encouraging.
Have you had an incident in life where you stood up for women's rights, just like you did in Pink, and brought the man in place?
I don't think I need to have an incident. I think my own beliefs are strong enough. Well, strong is the wrong word. They're right enough. I've always believed in gender equality. I believe that the status of women should be treated on an equal level as men. They are 50% the strength of our country, and their status in society, in our morals, should be equal. I've said this many times before. I even tweeted it a few days ago that when I die, all my assets, or whatever little that I have, will be divided equally between my daughter and my son. What else can I say? I'm very proud to have had my first child as a daughter. My brother has 3 daughters. My son has a daughter, and we're very happy with that.
So you're pressing the right buttons, Piku, Pink, everything seems to be going...
I don't know whether I'm pressing the right buttons, but yes, we've been doing these films, and the audience is pressing the right buttons.
I read that letter which you wrote to your granddaughters, and that became very...
At the time of Pink.
Yes, going back to Pink now.
Yeah.
So...
I just felt that Sujit and me were talking, and Sujit has 2 daughters, and he felt very strongly that the message that we are giving out in the film needs to be made more vocal. It would be nice if you could write to your daughter and your granddaughters, because I have 2 granddaughters. I have 3 nieces, and I have a granddaughter now, and a grandniece now. What are they called? Niece's daughter is called grandniece?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, grandniece. So he felt it would be nice if I could just, you know, express my views on daughters, on the female aspect of the gender, and because we were making a film on it, he felt it would be nice as a great promotional activity as well. So I wrote this, I spoke it out, and I put it out, and I thought it worked quite well. Because we talk about it, you know, personally, within closed doors, about how India or anywhere else, when a girl is born, what goes through, and what happens when a boy is born. And therefore, I felt that it is something that needs to be spoken about. So
Thank you so much, sir, for being on SpotboyE. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much. You took a sabbatical from film, sir.
That was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. It's a very arrogant attitude to say, I'm going to take a break. You know, I've had enough of this. I don't think as an actor it's the right attitude to have.